Greetings. Welcome to my channel. Today I think I might try something a little different and ask a specific question. And the question I thought of was, how is the collective feeling about the person on their mind? And I often cover, professional help or a trusted, honest friend for guidance and helping sort through feelings that may be feeling like a bit confusing. And maybe that's something we could focus on today together. And as I was getting ready for this reading, I saw, instead of a death moth, I saw a big old butterfly. And I heard new again, like this person kind of makes you feel new. And butterfly makes me think of rebirth, transformation, evolution. Transform, look at that. So yeah, this connection to this person is inspiring you to grow, to work on yourself, learn to trust, and that you find them very peaceful, and they encourage you to transform, work on yourself, to grow and mature. And the horse makes me think of going places. Cunning. It's cunning. Tension. And I think this is their instincts and the intuition. They follow their intuition and move with intention, learning to trust in this connection. Maybe you were afraid of it before because of this sense of peace and tranquility and slow motion, like slow stillness. Yeah, like you weren't, maybe stillness is patient stillness, trusting in peace and trusting the quiet, something you weren't used to. Maybe you're used to drama, and so you were having a hard time trusting their sense of intuition and their sense of just being at peace with and patient with the stillness and like moving slowly, flowing slowly through life, going with the flow. Yeah, they believe in their intuition. That's their power. And you're seeing that. And it's like, yeah, kind of like their example is giving you courage to follow suit and work to grow and heal and transform into a more peaceful and self-assured place in life. And that takes courage and takes belief in yourself and in your own power. Yeah. Learning to provide healing, emotional healing is learning to provide for yourself emotionally, right? Mentally and emotionally, to win at the game of life, basically, right? So this person is kind of an inspiration to you. And they're motivating you to find the strength and courage to do the work of healing and growing. And I came back to that song new again. Yeah, maybe this connection makes you feel different. There's something particularly strong about this connection, and something you can't forget. Caught a case. And this could just be maybe that can mean, I think that means more like caught a case of the love bug, right? Rather than actual physical issues from this person. And the love bug in this case is motivating you to change in life and learn to love yourself. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Learning to discern. Yeah, doing the work. Trust in yourself helps you discern. That intuition card, that cunning card, learning to discern wolf in sheep's clothing. And bullies who would give you diseases, whether spiritual or physical. In your mind. How does the collective feel about the person on their mind? Make you feel like a kid again. Life's a party. It makes you reflect. How does the collective feel about the person on their mind? And yeah, very, very romantic thoughts. And yeah, you feel a sense of abundance. The thought of being with them, and maybe when you were connected to them, you just felt abundant in more ways than one. It's like they were energizing you and bringing you something about their presence brought luck. I think something disrupted the trust. What's bad reputation? Uninterested. Oh, maybe wolf in sheep's clothing gave them a bad reputation, causing you to act uninterested. And in the sense of abundance they offered you, and you were reflecting on that. And that counts as spiritually transmitted disease. Those bad influences that cause you to turn away from a healthy, loving connection that would be good and healthy for you. Bad habits, yeah. What did I just say? Bad influences by this stalker. Shine, yeah. Your light irritates their demons. And so that's what you're learning. You're learning to see and embrace your own light as they have. Reject bad influences. I was going to go with tarot, but I think I will add in what's blocking it first. Alright. What's blocking this connection for the collective? Neglecting yourself, and I think that's something you're realizing, reflecting on. Yeah, you caught a case. Spiritually transmitted disease is a bad influence, causing you to neglect yourself and sacrifice yourself. Yeah, you're rushing into trusting this wolf in sheep's clothing, and that's something you're working on now. What's blocking this connection now for the collective? Being a victim, maybe feeling helpless to change your love life, but you can change whenever you want. Okay. Being needy. Could be working through feelings of codependency, and yeah, maybe in a mentality of like, why does this always happen to me? Why did this happen to me? Why did this connection have to fall apart? Maybe this happened to me, that's why. So like maybe the wolf in sheep's clothing caused you to act a certain way, or like, oh, I acted a certain way because of this influencing factor, and that's why it fell apart. Being needy, and that's possible feelings of codependency, rushing to trust a wolf in sheep's clothing could stem from feeling unlovable, and that's the work and growth that needs to be done in order to trust yourself and transform into someone who's self-assured and self-secure and and stable, all into themselves without needing validation from outside sources. It's too many, but I'll take this one. Being guarded. You are lonely because you're so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. So That brings me to another song that's been stuck in my head recently, which is Hey Jude by the Beatles. And I know it was written by John Lennon as kind of an atonement to his son, because he kind of abandoned, he was never really there. He was out being a rock star, criticizing your partners, driving them away. You might be trying to protect your ego by coming up with reasons why to avoid accountability for any role you played in the situation and why it broke down. You're waiting for love to save you. Well, you must stop waiting and start looking. Being too passive. Take initiative to meet someone. Oh yeah, maybe waiting for this person to come to you. And you might be stuck in like criticizing yourself and or others, feeling defensive, not taking initiative, feeling like you need love to come rescue you. And you might be stuck in that pattern. And that's something you could be working through, since considering all the cards we started with and the butterfly I saw when I was getting ready. Yeah, don't tell yourself it's too much work. Work, yeah. Busy bee, keep doing the work. Hiding feelings. Being guarded. Maybe you could be feeling stuck in a place of wanting the connection to come to you and wanting the other person to be the one to make the first move. And you're hiding your feelings, you're guarding your feelings, but you also feel you need rescuing, and you could be stuck in the idea that it's too much work. And yeah, but work involves learning how to pour love into yourself. But oh yeah, like doing the work and taking the initiative is giving you anxiety. Afraid to get close to someone. Yeah, that fits right in with being guarded. What do we got here? Holding on, insecurities, and too hard. Okay. Now I think I will add in my tarot deck. Ooh. Okay, I haven't done my pulp tarot in a while. What does the collective need to, should the collective know this connection? Strength. Find strength to keep working, to grow. Trust in others to love you and pour into you, and find the strength to pour into yourself so that you can pour into others to get to that peak abundance energetically, emotionally, and materially. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Trust in your own strength to do the work and transform like a butterfly, and the Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor. Oh yeah, Hey Jude. If you listen to the lyrics, it's all about, it reminds me of like he's trying to tell the person, his son, to not rely on anyone else for validation and love. He can let, go with the flow and learn to love himself. Three of Wands in the Chariot. I think you're wishing for something to happen, but there's no growth on these wands here. You need to actually get in this car and get it moving. Yeah, move the energy, take the initiative, do the work on yourself, do the work on this connection if you want things to manifest. What else do you need to know on this connection and how this person truly feels? Yes. You're desiring a new connection, a new start, a new emotional start for this connection. Anything else? Yeah, new communication. And you're realizing the need to get your own energy moving, open up, take the initiative to do the work. Establish trust by taking accountability for any past events, actions. You're figuring out which way to go. To get out of, the like needing energy, like wanting, victim energy, feeling like, feeling like you need someone else to pour into you in order to feel validated and whole, when you must do the work to learn to pour into yourself. Check out Hey Jude by the Beatles, listen to the lyrics, see if they resonate with you and how you're feeling. Anything else? That's the Three of Cups. And this old community could be keeping you unstable or trying to, struggling to maintain control of your financial situation possibly, and even energy. This is the wolf in sheep's clothing. This always makes me think of like stereotypical witch from a movie, with the chameleon able to shapeshift, change colors, look a certain way, keep a certain mask on. Queen of Wands, it's usually karmic energy. And this Queen of Wands energies has a way of taking over these readings. Has you stressed out in your head. This could be what's keeping you stuck, neglecting yourself in a victim state. Just keep focusing on yourself, figuring out how to put up boundaries and work your way out. Anything else? In order to triumph over an old situation you're trying to move out of. All right, I think I'll close out with a little moonology. Okay. What do you suggest going forward for the collective? You're very close to achieving your goal. And that your goal could just be finding the strength to do the work. Don't let pride get in your way. Lions again. Find strength to take action and go forward, and don't let your ego keep you stuck. And a fiery climax will approach to your situation. If you're trying to get out of an old cycle that you're feeling stuck in, a win-win outcome is in the forecast. Balancing out, you can feel like you're suffering from loss of energy, loss of money. Conclusions are within reach. And if you take these lessons, do the work, your luck will start to turn around. The wheel will start to turn in your favor. Full moon eclipse. And eclipse is also about transformation and change. Anything else? Time for healing. Energy is gaining momentum. Maybe one more to balance it out and finish it off. Surrender to the divine. Go with the flow. Go where you're deep down, your heart, your inner voice, your gut, your intuition wants you to go, where it's trying to lead you. And a win-win outcome is in the forecast. All right, if you've made it this far into the reading, please drop a heart in the comments, click like, subscribe to the channel. I hope that this has helped somebody out there today. I will see you next time.